Hello everyone, welcome to Abby's cookbook. Today we're making tiramisu. Let's get started. First of all, you need to start brewing your coffee. Here I'm using an espresso machine to make my espresso, but you can definitely use some instant coffee, but make sure it is a strong one. Now to make this an authentic tiramisu, what you need is some alcohol. Here I'm using some Luxardo's Espresso Italian coffee liqueur. Set the espresso mixture aside to cool down completely, then you can start making the mascarpone cream. To begin, you're going to need 3 eggs in a mixing bowl with some sugar. Then you're going to put that over a double boiler to ensure that the eggs are fully cooked. I know some people are a bit afraid about using raw eggs in their desserts. So then this way it is an absolute foolproof method and it just takes minutes to do. As you can see, you need to keep whisking until the mixture turns very pale, almost cream-like, where you'll see some ribbons forming on the surface of the mixture. At this stage, you can take it off the heat and keep whisking until the mixture cools down completely. You can see the mixture has become very light and fluffy, almost looking like double cream. At this stage, you can start adding your mascarpone cheese, or if you want to reduce the fat content, you can use Philadelphia cheese, followed by some good quality vanilla extract or vanilla bean paste, as I'm using here. Then you want to mix all of these ingredients together thoroughly until it is well combined. The next step is to now whisk the double cream with some sugar and some vanilla extract or vanilla bean paste. You want to whisk the double cream until stiff peaks. Just be careful not to over whip the cream, as you might end up with butter instead. The final step before assembling the tiramisu together is to combine the whipped cream into the egg and mascarpone mixture until thoroughly combined and well homogenized. You want to do that in 2 batches, carefully folding it into the egg and mascarpone mixture. You might want to use a whisk at this point, but just make sure that you're being careful with this mixture, as it is very light and creamy and rich and you don't want to knock all the air out. So as soon as you don't see any lumps, you can stop. For some extra coffee taste, add in a couple of tablespoons of coffee liqueur into the mascarpone cream. Now you can start assembling the tiramisu. In this recipe I'm using Italian Savoiardi biscuits, but if you can't find the Italian ones, you can definitely use some lady fingers. You want to use a rectangular shaped or square shaped glass deep dish. You want it to be deep enough to form 2 layers when assembling the tiramisu. Then, as you can see, you just dip the biscuit in the coffee and then form a single layer at the bottom of the square dish, followed by half of the mascarpone cream on top. Then rinse and repeat the same process until you form 2 layers, as demonstrated here. Spread the top layer nice and evenly. And then cover it with the lid, or if you haven't got a lid, you can use some cling film and put it in the fridge to set for at least 3 to 4 hours. Just before you take out the tiramisu from the fridge, finally grate some dark chocolate using a microplane, or if you're not using chocolate, you can definitely use some cocoa powder. Now that the tiramisu is fully set and out of the fridge, you can cover the top with a layer of grated chocolate or with cocoa powder. After 4 long hours of waiting, it is finally time to taste. It is a classic dessert, well worth the wait. As you can see, I've cut a beautiful piece here and it's holding well together on the plate. And when I cut into it to taste, it is very creamy, very rich but light in texture. But also the coffee taste comes through really well throughout the whole dessert. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. See you next time and happy cooking!
Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe.